All right, Ric Bucher was saying how LeBron cannot be the GOAT because he didn't dominate a statistical category like, say, for instance, Steph did in the three pointers, Michael Jordan did in scoring, Bill Russell did in rebounds, Kareem. I don't know what he think he would dominate. I'm guessing scoring. I'm not sure, but he said LeBron cannot be the GOAT, and he believes Ray Allen criteria is what we should use in the GOAT debate. So let's listen to what he actually said.
I think it's an interesting one because what he's suggesting is how can you be the greatest of all time if you didn't dominate in any one particular thing at any particular time? And I'm going to push.
So if we want to just look at what LeBron dominated, because he said LeBron could not dominate, LeBron has scored 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists. I don't know how that's not dominated. But LeBron has, yes, he only led the league once in scoring and once in assists because he does so many different things. He doesn't do one thing. He's never led the league in field goal attempts. Jordan did that 10 times. Jordan has 10 scoring titles. You can see why. And if that's not playing for stats, I don't know why he's shooting so much if he's not wanting to score. Makes no sense. LeBron has also led the postseason in scoring 6 times, and he's the all-time postseason leading scorer. LeBron has led the postseason in assists 6 times, and he's the second all-time leading assister in the playoffs. He's led the postseason in steals 4 times, and he's the all-time leader in steals in the postseason. And now LeBron is in the top 10 in the postseason in points, assists, steals, blocks, and rebounds. So not only is he top 10 in all those categories, but he's also has the second most triple doubles in postseason history. Also, LeBron leads the regular season and the postseason in value over replacement players. I talked about this a few times. Value over replacement player means that that person on the court exhibit a certain amount of positivity in the box score. And so when LeBron's on the court, his team improves by a certain amount of points. And he's the leader in the regular season and in the postseason. Also to note, LeBron is one of 3 players to have 10,000 rebounds, 2,000 steals, and 1,000 blocks in the regular season. The other 2 are Karl Malone and Hakeem Olajuwon.
LeBron James is about to enter his 20th season. He has 1 assist title and 1 scoring title to his name. Those are the only 2 things that he has done in any one season where he dominated a particular statistical category.
Now Ric Bucher is talking about how LeBron only got 1 assist title and 1 scoring title, and how that is not dominating, and how this is another thing to disqualify him in the GOAT debate. But as we look at his career, okay, he does so many more things in the box score than just field goal attempts that he fills up everything. So that's why he has 37,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists. Name another player that has done that. Maybe there's a reason why he is the only one. There's not another player with 10,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists. LeBron has 37,000 points. What are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? What are we talking about?
But the idea that LeBron James never demonstrated dominance in any one particular area of the game, and how that might undermine the argument to suggest that he could be the greatest of all time, I think is a fair argument to make.
Now Ric Bucher is going about how, he, again, the same thing. He does not dominate a statistical category, so he cannot be in the GOAT debate. I'm just trying to figure out why 37,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists is not dominating. I'm trying to understand how this even makes sense to anybody. This is what we do to LeBron. We discredit his every move. And this is another person in the media, the old media, who continues to disrespect and discredit what LeBron has done better and more than anybody in league history.
Do you know who the all-time leader in turnovers in the league is? It's LeBron James. And it's by a lot. By the time he's done, he may put that number in a place where nobody is ever going to touch it. And
now Ric Bucher is talking about LeBron has the most turnovers and all this, yada, yada, yada. all of a sudden these totals matter. But when LeBron totals is bring up in the GOAT debate, it's a problem. But yeah, his turnovers matter. He has the most. Ignoring that, Magic Johnson averaged more turnovers than LeBron James. Isaiah Thomas averaged more turnovers than LeBron James. But we want to add totals in now to amplify the discredit of LeBron James. You need to make up your mind. Are you going to use totals or averages? Because this does not make sense. The media just jumps around from averages to totals any way possible to discredit what LeBron has done. They use everything at their disposal, and no one's going to call them out for it.
The case that I hear for LeBron James and where he stands among the all time greats is always invariably a statistical one. And whether it's consistency, it's longevity, whatever it is. And I think what Ray is pointing to, which I think is a fair thing to point to, is okay, is it a longevity award? Are your numbers impressive because of how long you've been doing it for how many consecutive years? And does that qualify as greatness?
Now he's going back to longevity and how that does not state that you're the greatest at anything. Longevity is not greatness. All of a sudden, no one really said anything about Kobe and Kareem playing these years. The only knock on Karl Malone was he didn't win a NBA title. So now LeBron James has been doing stuff more than LeBron averaged 30 points a game at 21 and 30 points a game at 37. Now that's a knock because he's doing it for this long period of time. But if Michael Jordan averaged 20 points at 40 years old, this is a amazing feat that someone is doing this. You know, longevity, he passed Karl Malone, yada, yada, yada. Did you know that LeBron did it in 100 fewer or less games than Karl Malone? LeBron has averaged 27 points a game his whole career in his year 19. He has been steady at this one place. It's consistency. Consistency for 19 years. Michael Jordan could barely do it for 10 years. But LeBron James gets discredit for being so good, working on his craft so much, excelling at a high rate than anyone. They expect LeBron in year 19 to win an NBA title, and in year 14, they just expect Michael Jordan to make a layup.